the legacy.
Of course.
At EWC.
And I think there is people from all over the world as well, like watching them. And I think our audience is ready as well. Everybody's like, one more game? No, don't want one game, depending of who you're rooting for, actually.
That's right. We step foot onto Miramar for 2 times, potentially, but it could all end in the next match. And so, everyone in the Gadia City Grid, are you ready?
Of course, make some noise! Here we are, back to Newcastle for the Game 5.
There you go, setting the stage perfectly there. Shout out to Barney and Luke, you've been absolutely killing it over the course of the event. And so have you, Paris. You've been absolutely electric here in the Qadir City Grid. And all of us are sat in anticipation for what is yet to come as we move over from Erangel and set our sights on the new geometry that is Miramar Blank.
And we said goodbye to Rondo, we said goodbye to Erangel, and we are saying hello to our 2 final Miramars, which will cap off this tournament. PMWC at EWC. It has been an absolute slammer of an event. But right now, that last game, not so much. It was a bit of a slam dunk from Aurora. And S2G misses the boat on that one.
And Eamon, I think what hurts most is that could have been the full 3-pointer Blank. They were set up for a nice swish in through the net.
Yeah, they were. They absolutely were, but bounced off the backboard, directly back into their own face. I mean, for Kamikaze, completely understand it. I think his center position movements have been throughout the tournament.
All right.
This one, not so great.
Okay.
I think sometimes you do have to peel back and realize we need the full 4v4. I think a lot of the time Kamikaze's gone for those center anchors. It's been fine because they've had majority control anyway. And what he does by doing that is massively secure the win. Because he's able to play that position very effectively. That time around, when you've got Vitality up in that northern edge, you've got Aurora trying to push up the hillside, you need to fully reinforce that position. Otherwise, that happens. Either way, we were discussing it. It's a hard one because right now Aurora's on an absolute high. They are living in the clouds at the moment, but for S2G, that's a mentally booming game.
It's going to get you. It's going to get you. Even with the strongest mental fortitude, a game like that, you have to completely reset and effectively try and just play this one in isolation. Treat it as a best of one game, forget everything else. Because, yeah, otherwise you kind of sat there with the thoughts of that was our championship game. We were very nearly in a reality where we could have been crowned champions.
Yeah.
But there are other teams that are eligible for that to be the outcome. And of course, like we touched on, with 2 games left to go, there is still plenty of opportunity for any one of them to close it out. That smash rule could still come into effect. You could still close it here in game 5.
For Nongshim, we know they can do it already. They did it yesterday on game 6. The arena hasn't looked terrible on Miramar either. S2G is known for their Miramars. So we'll wait and see how it does pan out. We're just waiting to get into game right now as everyone gets set up and ready to jump in. All on our screens. I don't think it's been the worst of tournaments for them. It's just, there has been some missteps, right? And I think that it wouldn't be right for me to say that they played fine throughout the entirety of this tournament. They have made some missteps here and there. Sometimes, I think Neptune actually put it very well. They play very reactive into some of their late games where I think there are some good decisions as they leapfrog into the circles, but then when things start to go wrong, they really go wrong. And that means losing one player here, one player there, trading off for things that they weren't quite expecting. But we do know that once Ulf gets towards an endgame as a 4-man, they look fine. They look really good. But it's getting there, which has been the difficulty for them. Aura, Sleepy currently is doing an incredible amount of work for the squad today. Looking fantastic. But we have seen them to lose that Erangel earlier on, where it felt like a sure thing. Tiamba was just showing up in a big way.
They were indeed. It was great to see the rise back to form for Tiamba. The topsy-turvy road for Enigma Galaxy as well. A lot of squads, a lot of narrative, things that we'll be picking into as this develops. To get in store for it, we're about to go live with this one. Miramar, Game 5 here at PMWC. at EWC 26. Looking to crown another new champion, another new organization to fly the banner high, and our next 4 kings of PUBG Mobile here on the grand stage, live from Paris, France.
Penultimate match here. It's going to take an ultimate game for some of these guys to get it done. 4 teams vying for control right now. Other teams looking to break in that 122 points barrier to potentially take it all home on that final match. We're looking at Furia, Tiamba, 4 Thrives, Nigma Galaxy to make that jump. But there are 4 teams that could stop it right here, right now. Going into map number 5, Nongshim stopping out short over towards Ruins as per usual. Nice playing path for them. They can get looted very, very quickly and move into that circle when it pops. We've not seen a lot of Western circles, and Nongshim's been able to play a lot of these like Southeast, East circles fairly well, despite starting in Ruins, which is, I think, the most impressive thing about them. Tiamba out down towards Impala. And S2G will have to go for the full reset. And like you say, you kind of want the Men in Black mind wipe right now, don't you, really, from the coaches?
Yeah, the neuralizer, wipe that off. Glad to see this, though, mate. Yeah, a bit more normality instantly into this one in terms of the circle. We've had some pretty wacky circles at times, made it a bit uncomfortable for a few of the squads, a few of the games. It's going into our first of the 2 Miramars, potentially 2, that is. Glad this is a more consistent start to open us up.
Yeah, we're around El Azahar, Hacienda del Patron. Kind of don't want to center up too much around here because we're heading over towards those horrible dead fields. Always a bit uncomfortable to play. You got Death Valley down towards Ricardo way. La Bandita is going to create a little bit of a funnel for our teams playing Los Leones, Valparaiso, as well as Impala. For S2G, straight shot towards the center available for them here. I think they're fine playing from truck stop. Nongshim Red Force, a little bit more of a journey, but can wrap on that north side. And again, jumping into this one, got to get a move on, just like Naruto Uzumaki. Just straight running across that water. But we want to bring some heat to the equation, some fire, with the Ninetales Fury Org skin as well as the Naruto Uzumaki set. Plenty to win in game, plenty to grab. Make sure you do join in. But join us now as we head back into the game.
Yeah, that'll always be there waiting for you whilst the event's ongoing. To take advantage of it, but like Blank said, we'll stick with the present for now and see what we get out of this. Obviously early doors into it initially. No over-aggression necessary from the teams, not worth the risk due to the damage it could do back upon you. So it will be a fairly safe opening few minutes here of looting for a decent majority of our squads. Bit of a split there from OG early with a 3-1 setup, Aru further back. Ooh, and this has actually resulted in a bit of commotion as well. More high octane than potentially our first 4. S-Power comes in with the opening elimination as Godlike do get line of sight down onto OG.
Yeah, good shots from S-Power. Again, he has really made a name for himself here. Very well known within his own region, but now on a global stage. Known to be able to tango with the best of them. Incredible clutches throughout the entirety of the tournament for S-Power. Really just hope to see more of him in the future, honestly. This has been a wonderful event for him. Alongside with the rest of the squad supporting him wonderfully. Ulf getting nice and central on this one too. Just underneath Hacienda. Still a lot of teams yet to move in just yet though. Aurora getting the full loot on. You can see them on our screens right now. Still looking for some supplies. Mini 14 switched out there for the M16. But not set up, but I want to see what he picks up. Tiamba, genuinely from Impala right now, would be nice to see them getting another strong match in. Already shown they can do it. And with how tight those rankings are towards the top, I mean, just look at 8th through 5th. You're looking at 103 to 105. That's a big jump up in prize pool as well. And it may all end here on this match, so you can really switch things up very, very quickly. I think for Tiamba, you know, getting a top 5 in this event would be a really, really good result for them. A bit hard to jump up over towards that top 4 with E-Arena on 123. I think that does bear mentioning, though, of E-Arena 123, because remember the first match on Rondo, they hit 122.
Yeah.
Over the next few matches, they have earned a single point. And this is what Smash ruling does to you, man. Because you are so focused on getting that chicken dinner, so focused on hitting that smash that you forget that this might just go all the way through to the 6th match. And then Nongshim just takes it off the back of the tiebreaker between them and Aurora.
Now that is the double-edged sword to it. You're scared to play it out like a regular game due to the fear of having it slip through your fingertips and not getting that instantaneous win. But then, like you touch on, you leave yourself very susceptible to be lapped, and it's been a nice step up from the teams above them that are dangerously close to all being tied. 1 point of difference there, S2G on 139, everyone else on 140, and Nongshim and Aurora. The one saving caveat could be the fact we've seen a bit more aggression from our teams trying to first onto the big dogs in the lobby that are in the smash zone. So that's been saving these games and keeping them going for a bit longer. Cheeky peek there. Shots on target, but goes both ways. Bit of damage back over onto Ulf, and the 4-5s boys do start to turn tail.
Lovely pickup from Huzaifa there. He had his eyes over towards that concrete there, understood that that's a potential position a team could be playing in, instantly rebuffs the shots, and because of that, Falak stays up. Because in that position, I'm pretty sure he drops off the vehicle, he gets insta-flushed. So that does keep 4-5s as a 4-man, which they need, because they're right on 105 points. Get themselves 17 more on this match. They set themselves above that smash ruling. Challenge out for that top 3 as well if we do go all the way to 6 matches, which at internationals does tend to be the way things go down. Yeah, it's not a win though.
Scarface. Tight timing on the turnaround here. Being ran down by 4-5s. He's calling for the backup, and they're starting to swell over. Ooh, so
How
close.
is he alive?
I don't know. He's tucked in, finally found by Falak. He will fall. This is just as the rest of Ulf have pulled up to the party as well. And they've got a read on this, they know. Instantly peppering the bullets back, and there's no reason to be here anymore. Call it quits.
I mean, it's so central. It's not a bad place to play, but I think you're right. Ulf just realizes that going to cut their losses on this one. This stage of the game, trying to get yourself further up in the rankings, not worth it. Take the fight against a team which might be elongated with the nades, been thrown through the windows, playing off the upstairs, can get very dangerous in there. Dropping those mollies as well. Zone 2 though coming up, and Zone 2 will cut in very hard on Miramar. Plenty of fun areas this could head over towards on some hard shifts, can head over towards the high ground, now that's a highway over towards those fielded areas on the north side of Torre Armada. Cruz de Valle, water treatment also in place, so a lot of elevation, as well as very, very shallow spots of the map. So quite a bit of fun here to work with going forward. Loot crate does drop down. This is very good for Nongshim Red Force as well, because as they've noticed, with this circle going over towards the north side, they can cut in across Oasis, moving over towards Torre Armada. Enigma Galaxy will be the first team to grab this spot, though, coming in from El Pozo. But yeah, I think that Nongshim Red Force cuts out the majority of the queue on this.
For Nongshim, they've had a pretty firm grasp on these games, but there's been some awkward decisions again, mirroring the sentiments we've given out here about some of these sides struggling a little bit when the pressure starting to get to them, eating away at them with the decision making.
I mean, this does feel slow as well, Jackie, for Nongshim, because I think they stopped off almost in Oasis. Had to think about what their next move was going to be, and they're still just making it across. It is rocky ground, though, so they're slowly finding their way in. But again, the more time they waste on this rotate, the more teams are going to make those wide routes. Furia being one of them. They're actually going to meet them on the roadside probably quite soon. And Furia has not been traveling through the blue Right now, the rest of Nongshim Red Force are trying to keep themselves at a reasonable HP count. Getting very close now. Might just tuck in.
You've got Ulf here as well that have been hit from pillar to post on their movement throughout this game. They ran into OG. Bit of damage done. I mean, 2 players already hard flushed out. One of them knocked up on the ridge side. It's Aru, the last remaining member, throwing the nades down. That's nearly all of the offensive utility used as well, just the Molotov. So broken bottles and his teammates gone as the fire spreads. Meanwhile, top side, what we touched on before, the Nongshim rundown with Furia still hightailing behind them.
They actually get ahead of them on this as well. But Nongshim Red Force, they're kind of an unsuspected rotation. I think if Furia was keeping an eye on those drop spots, they should know that Nongshim drops towards ruins and likely has made a very northern rotate, but they're going to take a very, very quick move in. You can see here, Igor's playing bumper cars alongside with them. Are so easy, moves forward. The rest of the team hasn't quite regrouped yet, but they've got the 2-man on this. Igor stops short over towards the concretes, forcing Nongshim Red Force to actually move away. He is quick with the positioning. Not very fun, and all this while the circle has been pulling in here, so Nongshim Red Force might need to make some quick decisions later on. ADUTHEY actually quite free at the moment, but do you want to go there too early? You might want to now.
I think the Galaxy on screen now with a wraparound from Alula. Creating some space between them. Ooh, quick getting back in, looking to see if he can spot them out here. Smoke's casting at least enough of a shadow for him to stay tucked for now. Looking to buggy him out of this one. It's Ralph that's isolated. Oh, there you go. Quick switch on the seats, easy headshot confirmed. And a hard flush, making it far more uncomfortable for Nigma. 3-man squad moves on.
Yeah, unfortunate. Did get down towards the south side of ADUTHEY on that one. Ralph sadly behind. Nongshim continuing on their path forwards. Furia's really hampered them at every single turn on this. Consistently, Igor's dragging the rest of his team to better position, even now moving over towards the north side to get a better beat on where Nongshim Red Force is rotating in. This is really good presence of mind here from Furia, being very proactive of where teams are, gathering that information, and where So Easy's coming in might be combated by Igor's in the future. Oh, he is being so annoying. Alula will find Eren there, and I believe that is Ulf now out.
Wasn't an easy one for Ulf at all here. So many back-to-back fights. She started off losing a man to 4 thrives, then consistently just got punished by everyone. Now, Vitality are just sandwiching behind Furia as well on this push-up from Nongshim. You can see the establishing shot here. Overview of where they are on the spread. Let's see why. Got a scope attached. He's got a read on it. Vitality right behind them.
I got the MK14 as well. Be deadly at distance. Ayala spots Vitality, having a peek over. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. Tizzy stayed behind for Nongshim Red Force, ensuring that there wasn't going to be any cheeky rotates over the north side. He's going to get a Rune Awakening pretty soon, because Aura is making their way in, so we'll be able to pass that information across. And honestly, for Nongshim Red Force, they might want to swing further down on this and give up position to Furia. Maybe play over towards the ridge side of the road. Does expose some sightlines from Flash, but it is getting really cramped up over towards this northeast side for Nongshim. Furia consistently stealing away those positions. Now Tizzy gets that information now and will move.
Knows you're being chased. Sky jumps out instantly, looking to see if he can get boots on the ground and deal some damage. Rest of the squad still continue to maintain a safe distance behind Tizzy on the follow-up. XZY has turned his attention back round towards that angle to provide support. Oh, bumpy pathway in the buggy, but Tizzy's still going.
That's nice.
Gets over the ridge.
Very smooth. Yeah, good shots from XZY as well to back them off. I mean, takes a little bit of damage, but provided enough support there. Circle heads over towards the west. Alula actually have quite a decent compound here on this one. Nick McGalaxy can play out from the south side of ADUTHEY. Jiggle, quite an aggressive scout, I would say, over towards Vitality as well as Furia. Doesn't die for it. Milu, shot by Vitality. We're getting those shots in. Very quiet game so far, other than Ulf as well as OG going down. even Tops now from Flash moves over towards the mound on the eastern side to check if teams are trying to rotate past them on that south side. So this is like it's very different to a lot of the other games we've seen. Nobody's taking any chances. Everyone's trying to garner as much information as possible on these rotates.
Yeah, it's far more tempered with the plays that are being made. You can see how much quicker teams are to set themselves up when they realize there's a VIP team, one of those squads that are within the smash zone, to attempt to set up to make it uncomfortable for their entryway. Similar setup here down towards the bottom side. You've got a close grouping of 3 of the other smash eligible squads in Aurora, S2G and E Arena.
Aurora late to this one. They stayed in Chumacera for a long, long time, and sort of fair enough to them because this went very northeast on the circle. There has been areas they've found to play in. E-Arena taking this 2-2 split right now. Have to evacuate this compound. Tony K will take shots over towards Doc, who makes it out of there. Gets over towards a little bit of high ground, a little bit of elevation to work with. Actually a playable spot. I mean, he's threaded the needle on that one. The rest of the team can move in.
It pays dividends, but it felt a bit risky initially when I saw the peak over the top of the roof. I was thinking if Doc goes down here, it could have been hellish. The rest of the squad now confident to join him on the push-up. Wow. Hamza G making the plays that we know he can deliver on. That's S2G getting the long-range shot off with a nice knock. Getting a tasty adjustment over. And E-Arena, if they can follow up onto the 3-man squad, there could be a bit of a punishment play coming over. You got Joker off into the distance. S2G still getting a read on this. These 3 squads were so close to each other that nothing could get past them.
Aurora, yeah, losing one player here, not ideal. Makes a chance at a chicken dinner here in match 5, slightly more difficult. With Alula still controlling center zone. Tiamba, again, went up to down towards 6th as 4 thrives. Able to grab another point here. Nongshim need to move though. So Easy's actually outside in the blue at the moment. Taking a fair bit of damage off the back of this one. And they're really racking their brains of where do they want to go, how do they want to play. I mean, he's still out there. Come on, man. Get in. I don't know what he's trying to say. I think he's waiting for Tops to get off the angle or something. I'm not sure. Finally will regroup with the team, but burning through meds to do it.
That's been a caveat we've seen happen a couple times for this team. Always feeling like they're kind of somewhat trapped in the dirt and then having to burn a lot of utility, offensive or medical-wise. See what the zone shifts from this, though.
I mean, Alula's living life, right? I mean, it's clear to see that. Furia knows that they need to create some space for themselves. They can't really move down towards that southwest side. They'll be on broadside to Vitality as they move in. So this is the likely position next. So a very important fight between Nongshim as well as Furia. Hyunbin takes a lot of damage. Chizzy up front right now, gathering that information, passing it back for the nades to be sent through. Maybe just dipping back down again, realizing that maybe this is not the best of fights for us. It's a long nade, doesn't quite hit on. So Easy will move away. Vitality giving Nongshim a little bit of life force here.
Finally, a pathway's presented, but they've got to fight past teams to get into the safety zone.
Oh, you can play highs on this one, yeah, for sure. It's free, it's open.
All right, just beneath them, that's where Tiamba is stationed, so it's going to work out. They get tucked back in. Finally bypass the awkward setup of the Furia squadron that were advancing towards them. They're chasing somewhat. Flash keeping a bit of the attention off them. The triple threat of Aurora just off in the distance as well. A little bit of a ridge there. Yeah, tuck in, buddy.
Yeah, because Furia could at any moment silhouette themselves on that ridge side. Scary stuff though. But yeah, Nongshim Red Force can play this for the time being. I'm not sure how likely Tiamba's going to allow this to go on without contest. Maybe a couple of nades sent upwards. But yeah, highs and lows here. This is very playable. Usually Tiamba, when you get a central zone like this, it's kind of the guard dogs for where Nongshim Red Force is playing. But with Tiamba being further into the circle here, much better result for them. Yeah, Fury is locked out. So that was a nice swing through from Nongshim Red Force. Some slow decisions today here and there of how they want to play stuff out, but that was a quick maneuver from them. Aurora Reefus, last left alive here, getting the first aid kit off, and yeah, chicken dinner's not happening. Definitely not likely, as Aurora gains no points on this game.
Oh, there you go. That's the final nade coming through. Tops blowing away. Back up as Reese as they get that one on target. So Reefus removed and Aurora. The lights go out. Fury are advancing though. Looks like they've started to run out of the nades they had available with how many staggered fights they've had, dashing the last few down.
It's actually cool because the way Nongshim Rev Force layered on that top side as well, it forced a lot of nades out of Fury, but they're just going to send it. It's going for a dry push right now. Nades are being pulled in the meantime. Oh. Beautiful from Hyunbin.
Really clean engagement.
It's just done.
Yeah, primes it perfectly, blows them away on entry. Fury are chasing them for so long, but no, not today.
Vitality on that north side. I think they heard the commotion, wanted to get involved on it, but the speed at which Furia went down, I mean, there's just no opportunity. Nate goes in, does a lot of damage towards Tizzy. Gonna sit in the corner though. Federalis has to move now, back over towards Aura. This next fight between Nongshim and Tiamba will be the decider of how far Nongshim gets into this game. Can't imagine that Tiamba's gonna crumble. Alula's compound becomes very high priority for absolutely everyone. You may see a crash on this.
Risky maneuvers going to become more and more impactful. Here's the replay back over from the Fury, a crash down onto Nongshim. Look at that
was
nade
gorgeous
from Hyunbin. Perfect utility play, over in a split second.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I mean, the thing is, Vexy on that back line with the Mini 14 did good stuff. Nades go in, so yeah, this is the fight I was talking about. They're all in one corner right now. Utility still looks good for Nongshim. Molotov towards the back lines. Does a good amount of damage towards Milu. He's burning out. Might actually go down to this. Great molly from So Easy.
And Hyunbin's already set up for this. There's the go signal, but he can't actually win out on the initial fight. A-King replies back, so it's a 1-for-1 trade on the XCY and Tizzy up for Nongshim. 3 players alive for Tiamba. Oh, the backstab though!
Come
Gets
on!
around the corner, the back nade misses as Tizzy sends them cratering down! And that's a nice spray, XCY wielding the snipe up close, the quick switch is good!
But Vitality's here to play! Upstairs the molly goes in, might just take them all down, and Nongshim is out! Vitality with a nasty third party! What a game from Nongshim though, very difficult one. They made a lot of cool decisions there. Took it as far as they could, but Vitality was always in the wings.
Eyes like a hawk on Vitality as they make that quick adjustment. Oh, S2G as well, bringing the heat straight over to 4-5, so there is no chance to catch your breath now. It's all kicking off. Flash again responding. T24 falls. Vexy upset by Darkin from Ida.
S2G gonna make that rollout now over towards Flash. 4 thrives. Looking to finish off what they started here. Zias is down. Tops is just dropping. Desperate smokes. Keep himself alive. Hamzy G will roll on through. Vitality lose Federalis on the background. Ida pushes forward. Alula holding on to this very important compound towards the center. Rita does go down to a nice nade coming through from Axel. Can't believe Federalis is still crawling in. He's got to go down soon. Yeah, there you go. Darkin picks him up.
Shots back over from Razak as Vitality gets the shot on to try finish things there. You can see the split on either side with E-Arena still sitting, waiting. Absolute contrast there. S2G, they've been so proactive. 6 elims constantly in play, constantly in flux. E-Arena just waiting blank.
That has been the name of the game for them. They're able to get one more point than previously. The Arena's looking for that finish, looking for that chicken dinner, playing in from that south side. They have the roadside ridge line to play around with. Thorke will find another. Razak goes down, potentially. Oh, just about lives the spray. Good backup there coming through from his teammate. The FE Arena, they're going for the slow game. Oh my goodness me. I mean, how gifted can you get on this one for Alula?
Every time it shifts, they're counting their blessings more and more. No one's taken that risk to try force them out of the position just yet. S2G from long range, that's Vitality. Getting the sight line onto them.
So sad for Ida as well, because they've just dragged themselves out of 16th place. And they're about to be put back down there again.
Ooh, yeah. And that might come quicker than expected. Darkin trapped behind a vehicle. Lost able to grab that one. Another Elim garnered. And this puts them on equal footing as well. 147 to 147. They're climbing up.
Emre takes the knock there. Should be Ida just down now. As Alula gets set up towards that central side to hold off all these teams. E-Arena will clean up the rest over towards the northwest. Swain still up and kicking for Ida though. Desperately trying to stay in 15th. Very unlikely. See how far you can go though on this one. S2G eyeing up that compound. Looking to redeem themselves after that last game. There's certainly a chance here. Up to 8 eliminations on the match.
Lost with a reposition. P90 in the hands. It's Mormon that sprays back over to get the final knock onto Ida. They're out now. The squad's being thinned as Hora also take a deathly blow back over. E-Arena finally getting some shots on the nade.
Good dash.
Oh, mate. S2G. They thought they had that one right on target, but it barely misses.
Dude, 2 out of the 3 teams at the end here could smash right here, right now. For Alula, they have a fantastic position to finish this one out. But the likelihood of this ending in this game, Jackie, very, very high.
They fought so hard, man. The zone moving in again. Alula just waiting, confident. S2G on the back line still.
Yeah.
I mean, the vehicle's still in play, Blank.
I mean, they've just popped all the tires on that buggy, understanding that it's better to have it with no tires than one and dragging as they move it in. It's going to be slow, sure, but maybe better than nothing down the hillside. Vitality desperately hanging on by a thread at this end game. We're getting down towards stage 9. It's going to pull all these players inwards more. E-Arena desperately living on the sidelines. Goodness me, both teams with a white knuckle grip on this game, holding on for that win, for that victory here at PMWC. Okay, 1 vehicle, 2 vehicles in play right now for them that look decent. Smokes are starting to be sent out from either side, both S2G as well as E-Arena. We'll be breaking down the gates of Alula soon. Hamzy G attempts to get into the vehicle. Sol K is going to swing wide on this one.
The quick repairs have paid off. Nade still being thrown over. Slight shift down. E-Arena running through their line of smokes with their own cars on the move. They got a good sightline blocked off with the smokes they put down, but this has drawn their crosshairs off S2G, but the same will not be said for that squad. Their eyes light up. Bullet shot out downrange, keep the punishment on. Meanwhile, in the midst of all this, Yasha peeks back over. Good work done. 1 player hard flushed out for E-Arena.
Neither team wants to make the play. Kamikaze is trying to get in. Hamzy G up front, doesn't go very low.
Oh.
He goes, what happened?
He's bounced off the geometry and gone flying up in the sky, but their dreams might be dashed back down to reality as Hamzy G hits the deck. Punishment play onto Alula.
E-Arena with just Joker left alive. Hamzy G trying to keep this game in contention. Lost hits the deck, nade out, air bounce there. Doesn't get the damage through. The last to make it happen. Gravity, the real villain. What a game. What a finish. For Alula, the arbiters right there at the end. Between tournament-ending teams still being in play. Magnetized onto that compound. Orbited by 2 victors. what a disappointing finish for both S2G and the Arena. Not in the sense of disappointing in the gameplay, but just disappointing for them. The circle just was not having it, Jackie.
No giver, no blessings. Had to fight for absolutely everything. And even when they took the risk, something went wrong. Sent up flying into the stratosphere, bud, and it's gonna get you a gut-wrenching feeling.
Oh, dear me. Great tracking though from Alula. Give him that.
Weird angle, but ready for it instantly. One more game then.
One more game. Finish on the last. Will we get a smash on that last game? There's a lot of teams in contention for it. It still could be that fourth place squad that wins it all, that takes it all. Nongshim Red Force counting their lucky stars that they were able to still do good in that game, because S2G is catching them up off the back of that one. E-Arena was also able to put up good points, getting up towards third place. But at least S2G's put themselves in a position now where they could still win off points alone if they have another good match here.
Playing a blinder right up until the end. But my God, unexpected twist on that one. Didn't know Arrow was going to go that way, mate. It definitely caught me off guard, and I imagine it was the same for them amongst it all. Alula, though, doing what they had to do, denying out both teams from ending the tournament early, starving off victory for at least another game.
They didn't want to end in 16th place. That's what happened there. But we'll be back real soon for the final match here at PMWC.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.